Greetings Earthlings and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at Diamond Caverns Campgrounds, 1,000 Trails Campground. It is located within the bounds of Mammoth Cave National Park in, shoot, I forget the town, in Kentucky, a little small town. Decent campground, nothing super special. I don't know exactly how many spots they've got, but they had one for us, so that's the important part. So I would imagine it probably has 120 campground or campsites, with the average mix of annuals and transients. So but it is very convenient to the national park. Like I said, it is within the bounds of the national park. So today I think we're gonna try to see if we can get into the well, I don't think they're glass bottom, but I think they're transparent kayaks, and we're going to take a little journey through a flooded cavern, get to see some fish maybe, and get to experience what it's like going through a cavern on the water. So that looked like a pretty good adventure the last time I've seen it done, so I think the wife and I will try to make that journey today if we can. There's not a whole lot here to do that we found. There's a couple of weird oddball attractions, like a dinosaur park, and there's a couple of dragons alongside alongside the interstate coming in. That was pretty cute. And big tall skeletons still stuck in people's yards in the little town. But hopefully we'll be able to explore Mammoth Cave Park a little bit too while we're here and see what that has to offer. But the campground is part of a camp. It's a Diamond Caverns campground and golf resort. So there's a golf course on the opposite side of the street. So when you come in, the office is on the right side of the road, and the golf course starts in behind the office, and the campground is on the left side of the road, and you have to go up a little road that's right across from the office to get here. So look, it's pretty much, I think all the sites are gravel. Water pressure's good, electric is good. We've got 50 amps on our site, full hookups. It's a little uneven. The sites itself seem to be pretty even, but between the sites is a whole different story. So getting out on the little road that we've got to go out on might be a little tricky for us, but we're gonna make it happen. If I have to back all the way back out the same way I came in, we're gonna get out. So we will be here for the remainder of the week. It's Wednesday today, so it's been we've had a little bit of rain, and I've had to do a little work on the RV, so I did not film that. It would have been nice to have, but I don't know how I would have gone about editing it, because it was an all-day job, or most of the day, all of the morning anyway. And we try to do those things in the morning, especially when we're going to be on the roof. So, and we did have the benefit of a shade tree on the other side, but once it got to be about 11:30, 12 o'clock, the sun was right overhead. So we wanted to get everything that we could done prior to that, and we got almost completely finished before that happened. So, but hopefully our repairs worked, because we actually had to remove one of the L bracket awnings from the side of the Gerard awning, and reposition it and reattach it. So it did feel like it grabbed a little something on several of the bolts that I put in this time. So the last time I went up there and attempted to repair it, it didn't feel like a whole lot of the bolts hit anything. So this time we did get at least 3 or 4 bolts that hit into something solid. So I think we'll probably be okay. And then I may end up, when we get in the area, I'll have to look up where this darn thing was made. I'm not sure if it's Elkhart, Indiana, or Red Bay, Alabama, but we'll have to figure that out, and maybe get an appointment to go by the factory and have them put it back on correctly. because I don't know if I got it correctly or not. But if I got it where it's not leaking and the awning still works, it's correct enough for a while. So at any rate, y'all follow along with us. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and share it with some friends. And let's see if we can't get this subscription base up a little higher. We're rolling right along, but still under 100. So I sure would like to see that progress. So hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the video. Follow us along and live vicariously through us for a while. And we hope today brings you a wonderful and exciting adventure. But I'll do my best to make it look that way, even if it ain't. So y'all have a good rest of your day. Follow us along, and we'll see you at the cavern. All right, y'all. I know I told you we were going to go to the underground kayaking, but as it turns out, that's 3.5 hours away. Too far. So we decided to go to Mammoth Cave. We got as far as the gift shop. Our standard coffee mug is $17. So we turned around and left there. So now we're at Bucky B's Barbecue, going to have some lunch. And so far the menu looks good. The sweet tea is very tasty. So we'll see you back when the food is delivered. All right, y'all. We inside Bucky B's Barbecue in Glasgow, Kentucky. Food looks pretty good. So far we've got some pickles, some fried pickles that we just delivered to the table, and took a bite of those. Primo. I like them best when they're the spear type instead of the little chips. Not a big fan of the chips, but these are pretty good. So the bride had to run get some blue cheese dressing, so had to raid the salad bar. The sweet tea is Southern sweet tea, hard to beat. Got that same flavor as South Carolina, North Carolina, Kentucky now. The taste of the South. So we'll get back with you when the food arrives. The wife has ordered some frog legs and catfish. I did, baby. My wife telling me how to do the video. So, and I went with a more conventional. I can't bring myself to go to a barbecue restaurant without having pulled pork barbecue. So, looking forward to that. So, when he gets back, we'll show you a little bit of that before we tear it out of the frame. Stick with us. All right, y'all. Food has arrived. Let me give y'all got some green beans and some potato salad. Got some frog legs and some catfish. Got some onion rings and some macaroni and cheese. Some pulled pork. And that there pancake looking thing is cornbread. So they don't do that. They don't do that like they do in the Carolinas. Because I ain't never seen a cornbread pancake before. But I ain't condemning it until I taste it. So I'll give it y'all a little later. Okay, y'all. Haven't really done any video with this particular campground that we're at, mainly because it's very lackluster. But decided I'd just run around, take a couple of quick video shots of the highlights. Today being our last day here, we're leaving tomorrow to head to South Carolina. So, but this is our site. You can see it's not huge, but it is sufficient. And got a little fire ring here, picnic table. The plants belong to the wife, so but you can see they're pretty good size spots. And it's I think there's about 86 campsites here, so give you an idea of what you got to look forward to. So let's take a quick walk over to the pool. You don't need to follow me along on the walk over, but I'll turn it back on when I get there. One thing that might be of interest on the way over, you see that building right there in front of me? That is a pump house apparently, and it was in the same condition last time we were here, which has been about 7 months ago, I guess. So has a big hole in the roof. So it doesn't look like they're in any hurry to fix that up, so that's a little discouraging. This is one of the other Integras in the park. One left the day before yesterday. Mine's still here, and this one's still here, so. Funny, the other one that was here, he's exactly like that one. Same color, I think probably the same model year and same model. But here's the swimming pool. It's not much. It's got some paint chipping on the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see you sitting there. Got the pool restrooms. You have to actually leave the pool in order to go to the restrooms. Come over here across the parking lot a little bit. Let's see, I have not been in these yet, so let me make sure. Oh, and it's locked. So that's not a good sign. My wife did go into the ladies' room yesterday. She was unimpressed. She said, in fact, there was a door that you could go through from the ladies' room to the men's room. So she definitely wasn't impressed about that. Now they have a thing over here that they've got a sign on the outdoor that says game room. I have not been here. Last time we were here, we were only here for like 2 days, I think. And we pretty much just stayed on the site. This time we've been here for a week, and pretty much we've stayed on the site. So, no pets allowed in building, and the door is locked, so no campers allowed in building either. Looks like there's some pool tables in there. Not a whole lot. I don't know whether you can see it in there or not, but yeah, so for the most part, it's a very unimpressive campground. It pretty much just serves as a place to stay the night. A lot of buildings that are old and outside of repair. This says pavilion. Let's see what's in the pavilion. The pavilion is also locked. So so this is one of those campgrounds that has a lot not to do. This says quiet room. I guess maybe this is the quiet room. No, there's just a little office area in there. Okay. So apparently you can get through to the restrooms this way.
Showers look like they're adequate. Relatively clean. Toilets there. Okay. Okay, so the lady room would be across that way. So my wife was obviously mistaken that there was a way you could come through from one to the other, as I'm not seeing it. But this building has an odor that's not pleasant. I don't know whether it's mold or mildew or what, but there's definitely a funk there. There's a mini golf course over there. Playground right over there, basketball court, some horseshoe pits. It's about the same size as mine. Looks like a lot of the same features. Also looks like it's a little bit newer than mine. Just looking at the front light configuration. Good morning. The last time we were here, we were over on that far side where that Jeep is at. I'm not sure. I think we were probably up the hill, maybe one or two. Yeah, we were right there where that Wi-Fi antenna is at over there. Which wasn't a bad little stay. I mean, it's back in sight, but it was pretty pleasant. And like I say, we were only here for 2 days that time, so it pretty much was just to give us a little break in our driving. Tomorrow, we have about a 7-mile travel day. a 7-hour travel day. So we'll be on the road quite a bit tomorrow. And the campground that we're going to is the same campground that last time we were there, I hit that godforsaken stump out on the side of the road in a curve. So I'm aware of that this time. And we're going to get there before it gets dark. I'm hopeful. Hopefully we'll get there around 4 o'clock. But they have a dump station right here. A lot of the sites do have sewer on the sites. Mine does. We did have, my wife likes to burn like those 3 little trees right there, them little cedar trees, evergreens. When you burn that stuff, it creates a lot of smoke. And my wife believes that the smoke is good for her plants. So she will gather up some of that stuff and throw it in the fire and line her plants around the fire so they can enjoy some of the smoke. But a day or 2 ago, one of the maintenance guys come by and told me that the manager had instructed him to come by and tell us whatever we were burning to stop burning it because it was creating too much smoke. Now, we were in a situation just like we are right now. There was no camper on the side of us. And I had my fan plugged into the power pedestal on that campsite, blowing this direction toward where I'm standing right now to move the smoke in this direction. Now, let me stand back here. I'm going to give you an idea. So now I'm standing where the fan would be, blowing the smoke that way. So you can see how far it is before anybody would be affected by the smoke. So I think sometimes people just need to remind people that they're in charge. So I think that's what that was. So anyway, stick with us. I'll let you know if I think of anything else interesting while we're here.